All right, so this is the final one. This is on Unit 6, Objective 3, which is area of a sector and arc length of a sector. All right, so in all these, we're going to be utilizing our foldable and, here we go. And really using these two. Okay? So if I give you the radius, we can find the area of the sector or the arc length. If we're given the arc length, we can find the radius. If we're given the area of the sector, we can find the radius. Okay. So for number 1, it says, what is the area of the sector FC if the diameter is 22? Okay, well, we don't use the diameter, though. We use the radius, which is 22 over 2, which is 11. Okay, so we got to make sure we focus on using the radius. Whoops, couldn't see that. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and set it up. So I'm going to do 75 over 360, because that's the angle in the middle. Okay, times 2 times pi times 11. Okay, because remember when it, it's pi r squared, sorry, times pi times 11 squared. Sorry about that, because this is area of the sector. Okay, so if I go type this in, I'm going to do 75 pi, actually rewrite this, 75 pi times 11 squared is 121 all over 360. Okay, so I'm going to do 75 pi times 121 divided by 360, and I get 79.19, and that is going to be in inches squared. Okay? So the key on this is making sure, first of all, you use the radius. It's area of a sector, it's pi r squared, not 2 pi r like I did. A number of you did on the test the other day. All right. So let's go look at the second one. The next one says arc length. Okay? So in this case, we gave you that the radius was 9 and the central angle was 80. So we're going to go ahead and use this one here. So we're going to do 80 over 360, because that's central angle over 360, times 2 pi times 9. So my radius is 9. Okay? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and type this in, and I am going to do 80 times, that's 2 times 9 is 18, so times 18 pi. Now I'm going to divide the whole thing by 360, and I get 12.57, and that is, since this is inches, this is going to be inches. It's arc length. Okay? So remember, for arc length is 2 pi r. For area of a sector, it's pi r squared. So now we're going to go to the other one. These are the ones that we struggle a little bit more on. We're going to find the diameter given that the area of the sector was 88.75 inches squared, an angle of 70. So in this case, we're going to stick with this one. However, remember we did this in the box, so everything goes in the box but the r squared. So in this case, I'm going to have 70 over 360 times pi. And what was outside is I did r squared, and that's going to equal 88.75. Okay, so I'm going to go compute this. So this is 70 pi divided by 360, and I get 0.611. R squared is equal to 88.75. Now, I'm going to use the whole thing here. So I need to divide both sides by 0.611. So I'm going to do 0.75 divided by, I'm going to go up and grab it so I don't have any rounding error. And I get r squared is 145.29. But I need to find the radius next. So I need to take the square root of that. So I'm going to do the square root of, and go up and grab that one. And I get 12.05. So my radius is 12.05, but the question really said find the diameter. Okay, so I found the radius, so how do I find the diameter? I multiply by 2, because the diameter is twice the radius, and I get 24.11. So it's 24.11, and my units on that would be inches. Okay, so remember, when we give you the area, you are going to have to take the square root at some point, or at the end. You get your radius, but you always got to go back and check what was the question, what were we looking for? We're looking for the diameter. Okay? All right, last one is find the radius given that the arc length is 30 centimeters. All right, so since this is arc length this time, I am going to use 2 pi r, so it's going to be 55 times 2 times pi all over 360. R is equal to 30. Okay? All right, so I'm going to go compute this. So I have 55 times 2 pi divided by 360, and I get 0.959, or actually 960, I guess. R is equal to 30. Okay, how do I get R by itself? Because I'm going to divide by 0.960, and I get 30 divided by, I'm just going to go up and grab it, and I get, so my radius is 31.25, and that's going to be centimeters. Okay, I didn't have to find, oh, this one said now find the, yeah, so that's the radius. So my radius is 31.25 centimeters. Okay, all right. So these we did four different kinds of problems. Well, they're really 2. Is given the what is the area, what is the arc length, given a radius or a diameter, and then the other one was go backwards and find the radius or the diameter given an arc length or an area of a sector. Okay? All right. Hope this helps. Thank you. Bye.